What's up, YouTube? This is C-Dog back with another review. This is the S.H.Monsterarts 2016 Godzilla, as you can see up there, by Tamashii Nations and Bandai Japan. This is the front of the box, or the back of the box, I'm not really sure. You got some Japanese rating, probably says something like Shin here, or possibly here, Godzilla, and all that fun stuff. Top of the box. The back of the box, you got Godzilla 2016 there. We got the Tamashii Nations and the Bandai Japan stand down here. We got a couple stamps, 2016. You got a Godzilla stamp. And we got some right up here that says S.H.Monsterarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Monster Action. This is one side. We got Godzilla 2016 Monsterarts. And this is the other side of the box. You got a little bit of Shin here opening his mouth. You got a picture kind of like a movie still, but of the figure. Shows the detail in paint and how long his tail is. Alright, so let's get this figure out of the package. He comes in a clamshell like this. You can see the figure there, and it's got like two basically openings. Popping this apart, we get the figure itself. And he's all wrapped in plastic, as you see. We got nice gloves. Looks like one of his gloves fell off. That was his first glove. And that's his second glove. And his tail is wrapped completely as well, as you can see there. As you can see, he's got little kid's gloves. You take them off. And like I showed you, his tail. And as you can see, we have a different setting for the camera. And here's Godzilla out of the packaging, and he is a beast. He's so freaking cool. I put different settings on my camera, so if it takes time to adjust, that's only so that way you can actually see the details when it does adjust focusing. I'm going to try to do my best at getting the picture in his... First, we're going to take a quick look at his details on his face. And he's just got incredible detail, man. Looking inside of his teeth. He's got many rows of teeth, and you can open his mouth real wide. He's got a second row of teeth, and they're not even everywhere. They're kind of like, they're not even in like tandem. They're kind of just all over the place. Let's see if we can get a better view over here. There we go. There we go. So that's in his mouth, inside of his mouth. You can see the roof of his mouth and the bottom of his jaw. Very cool. And then to close his mouth, you want to close the top first, and then the bottom. And we'll take a look at his awesome head. And you can see some of the posability here, which we will go over, of course. And I want to just make sure we're getting all the detail you can. There we go. You can see his little pupil there. I'm trying to get a better shot of his pupil there. He's pretty big. So, very cool. There you go. You can see the pupil and all the detail. And the way this figure is, I think it was actually painted red underneath or something. It kind of feels like that. Like, when I was watching stills from the movie, or clips from the movie, it kind of looked like he had like a fire, like an ember inside of him or something. And I think that's what it's trying to do. Because if you look, he's got like red. I don't know if it's a wash or if they painted it, like entire thing red and then painted the skin leathery, kind of lizard skin over on top of it. I think it's the latter. I think they did paint it red to begin with. Because if you look, the whole thing is painted. It's got like a red kind of coming through it. And I think it's to make it look like the movie. So, really cool. He's a sturdy figure. He hasn't really popped apart or anything a bunch, so that's good. Yeah. So, just looking at some of the detail, look at the back of him. There we go. You can see all that detail. You can see the skin, and one thing I wanted to show is when it breaks up the sculpt, it still has the detail underneath. You can still see all the charred up skin here underneath. All the kind of like the rivets of or skin, like ripples there, or I guess scars, if nothing else. And you can see the dorsal fins. Look how detailed the dorsal fins are alone. And they're made of like a harder plastic. So you can probably stab yourself with them, but they're soft enough where they're not going to just break right off. So it's a good choice there, Bandai. And the top of his head has that detail, that red detail. Going down to the down here, it has some more of that. You can see it still has it underneath the articulation. And what I meant is, you see when you move that, it fully shows all that detail still. Going down the tail, has it in every little bit and form. Really freaking cool. And then at the end of his tail, we have this charred up piece of skin, like that he shoots lasers out of, or whatever he does. Look at all that. It kind of looks like walker brains hanging out of a freaking skull. I'll check out the inside of him. Really cool. Freaking insane. You can see all the wrinkles and stuff here underneath. And you can see more of what I mean with the red all through it. It's like it's coming through him. And it looks really cool in person. And he's no slouch on posability either. This thing is freaking a beast. He's got 16 points of articulation in his tail alone. Every 2 of these lines is a point. So you get a point there, a point here, a point there, a point there, a point down here, let's see, a point here, then we got one down here, 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 and then the final one is up here. That has the most range. You go back and forth, and all together it gives an incredible range. You can get it to twist back and forth, up all the way almost to touch himself, not quite, and you can straighten it out as well. So great tail, and we'll take measurements of the tail and the figure itself. So we can do that right now. So I'm going to try to stand up as tall as he can go. So just to get the measurements, here we go. Alright, so we're going to take measurements before the articulation. He's standing 8 inches high, just about 8 inches high, just under 8 inches, maybe like 2 centimeters under 8 inches. His tail alone, stretching it out all the way. Let's see if we can get this on camera. It looks like it's 15 inches long. See, it goes to the 15-inch mark. And the whole figure itself, I believe, is 17 inches when I first measured it. Yep, 17 inches. Let's see if we can get you over there. There. 17 inches. And he is about 4 inches, just under 3 3/4 inches in depth. So that is his measurements. So we'll just take a quick more look at the details in his head before we do the articulation. Alright, so articulation, this thing is, I want to go over very detailed. I want to show it the full range. A lot of the S.H.Monsterarts reviewers, they don't show full range, they kind of just show what parts move. But I'm here to show you everything. So he can move from there to there. So quite a bit of range there. About 35 degrees or 40 degrees of range on the tilt back and forth. He can lift up. He can lift down. Let's get his tail out of the way so he doesn't keep bumping in. So he can go down like that. Just his head alone is about 20 degrees range. He can tilt just his head alone a little bit. And he can also do neck tilt, like a head tilt kind of thing. About 30 degrees range each way. His arms are on kind of a butterfly, so you can get back to go more than 90 up, like on him instantly without anything. You can do full 90s apart. And then if you use that butterfly, you can get his arms to go even back farther. As you can see, he kind of goes back, and then as well, you can do it to go forward. So he can reach all the way and touch his own body. In addition, that will spin quite a bit. Oops, sorry about that. It'll spin to up there and to there, plus, you know, on the joint itself, there's a ball joint here too. That can go all the way down too. You can see that, how it comes out. That looks really cool. I like that joint right there. It just needs a little bit of working. So a lot of people won't work that joint out to get it to work right. It took quite a bit to get it to work. That's just heating it up. He has an elbow bend, go straight and 90. He has a swivel at the wrist and a hinge. And he also can swivel at the bicep. So that's really cool. Same thing on this side. Although I'm having a little bit more trouble with the full butterfly, but he still will do it. It's just got to work it out. I worked this one out a little more, just probably because I'm right-handed, and it makes it a little easier. For the waist, he can swivel like this. And you don't want to swivel it too much, but swivel like that. So great posability there. He also has this break right here, so he can look all the way down, like that, and all the way up. So he's looking straight ahead. So that's really cool too. Plus, that alone will do tilt back and forth. So great posability there. His mouth, his mouth, you can open the top, then the bottom, but it will disconnect this part, this membrane part here. So you can also put it together more like that to make it look a little more realistic. I don't really care. I don't mind it looking like that. That looks awesome. It can kind of shift on its own little joint, so you might want to just adjust it so it looks a little straight, or slack jawed if you want. It's your choice. The way you want to close it is open this all the way, close the top first, then close the bottom. Alright, so his legs, he's got hips that will go out about that far, spread, and if you tilt them more, you can go like that. Plus they can go in more than straight in, so that would be straight, and this goes all the way. Plus you have front to back, goes back all the way, goes forward all the way, and he also swivels on that joint. Plus, if you want to kick this way and you want his foot to straight, you can straighten it out to make it look like he's cooking straight. So you can get him in these poses where he was in the 70s doing the jump kicks or whatever on his tail, sliding on his tail. That CLONEZILLA. What up, bro? Showed me. Alright, so his knees, he's got double jointed knees, and he's got a slider piece right in there. Whoops. So his knees will go that far back, full 90, and then fully straight. Really cool there. Plus you can swivel him on that joint like a thigh swivel. And he's also got a joint here that will swivel a little bit, and then at the bottom his foot will go down. Let's get it just straight so we can show you. It'll go down and go way up. So great posability there, plus it will swivel and it will tilt, so you get ankle tilts as well. Awesome posability, plus his tail, I showed you, will go back and forth. It'll go up, pretty good, and then it'll also go back. So I showed you all the posability in that. And that, my friends, is his massive amount of posability, of articulation. Here is a comparison with the only Godzilla figure I have in my possession at the moment. This is the NECA 2014 Godzilla. And he is cool too, but look at the difference in the detail. We got one figure. It's nice detail, but then we got the next figure. Much more detail and paint. Not that NECA sucks. Plus you can see the size difference if you stand him straight up. He is quite a bit bigger. Okay, go guys, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Got lots of videos to come, and we're always doing new daily updates. Check out Retro Now. He's one of my friends and fellow YouTubers. He's doing G1 reviews. He's got awesome reviews. Check him out. Check out DOLKKAR. Check out CLONEZILLA. You know, those are my friends, some of my friends. Sorry if I'm forgetting anyone. There's a bunch of others. Oh, and definitely check out Casual and more. I forget the exact name, bro. Casual Transformers and more. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, stay awesome, stay subbed. I'm out. Peace. That's a wrap.